What's up, builders? Welcome to the very first episode of Vibecode Your SaaS, a brand new series by NonBioS, where we're going to build a complete SaaS application together, live, from scratch. You know what? Most coding tutorials show you the what, but they skip the how it actually happens, the messy parts, the real workflow, the decisions you make along the way. Well, not here. In this series, we're doing things differently. We're building a Health Tracker SaaS application using NonBioS. Today, we're kicking things off by building the foundation, a BMI tracking feature with calculation history and a clean, responsive interface. You'll watch as we go from a simple chat message to a full application plan. Generate the complete code base with proper structure. Set up a custom domain and DNS configuration. Deploy the application live to the internet, and the best part? All of this happens in real time. No cuts, no editing magic, just pure, unfiltered development flow. Alright, so here we are in NonBioS, and watch this. I'm literally just going to type what I want to build. No setup, no configuration files, just plain English. I want to build a health tracker application, starting with BMI tracking. That's it. That's the entire prompt. Now let's see what NonBioS does with this. And boom, in seconds, NonBioS has generated a complete application plan. Look at this breakdown. We've got an overview, a web-based health tracker with BMI calculation and tracking functionality. The features are laid out. Five files. That's all we need for a fully functional application with persistent data storage. The plan looks solid, so I'm giving it the green light. And just like that, NonBioS starts executing. No manual file creation, no copy-pasting code. It's handling everything. Now here's where the magic happens. Watch as NonBioS executes each task in real time. All 5 planned files have been created and deployed. And get this, the application is now ready to test. Let's see what we've actually built here. Users can calculate BMI with support for both metric and imperial units, view results with their BMI category, track history with all calculations automatically saved, and get visual feedback with color-coded categories and a highlighted BMI scale. Okay, so the application is built and running on the server. Now I want to connect it to a custom domain. I'm using a domain from Namecheap, but you can use any domain provider, Godaddy, Google Domains, Cloudflare. They all work the same way. I asked NonBioS, I want to connect this to a domain that I just bought. How can I set that up? NonBioS tells me I need to configure a DNS record at my domain provider to point to the server IP address 34.1 62.6.57. So I open my Namecheap dashboard. Every domain provider has a DNS management section. This is where you control where your domain points. I'm adding an A record. Host is at or blank for the root domain. Value is 34.1, 62.6.57. This tells DNS when someone types my domain, send them to this IP address. I go back to NonBIOS and say, I've set up the A record. Can you configure Apache? And look, NonBIOS immediately gives me a plan for domain configuration. The plan is straightforward. Create Apache virtual host configuration file for the domain, enable the new site, reload Apache to apply changes, test DNS propagation, and verify the site is accessible. I give it the go-ahead, and NonBIOS starts executing. Watch as NonBIOS configures Apache in real time. NonBIOS configures Apache. It creates the virtual host, enables the site, and reloads the server. Server side is done. Let me test the domain in my browser, and I get an error. This site can't be reached. Let me check DNS propagation using dnschecker.org. This queries DNS servers worldwide to see if they've picked up my changes. And I'm seeing all red crosses. The DNS isn't resolving at all. Going back to my Namecheap settings, I notice the issue. There's a URL redirect record that's redirecting to www.nonbioshealthtracker.xyz, but I don't have an A record for the www subdomain yet. This redirect is breaking the DNS resolution because it's pointing to a subdomain that doesn't exist. Here's what I need to fix. First, delete that redirect record. We don't need it. Second, add another A record specifically for the www subdomain. Host is www. Value is the same IP. Now, I have two clean A records, one for the root domain, one for www, both pointing to the same server. Important note, DNS changes can take anywhere from a few minutes to an hour to propagate globally. This is normal. Let me check DNS checker again. Now I'm seeing green check marks appearing. The DNS is propagating. I try the domain in my browser again. This time, I get a security warning about HTTPS, but that's actually good news. It means the DNS resolved. We're reaching the server. I'll click through the warning, and there's our health tracker running at nonbioshealthtracker.xyz. The domain is live. Now we just need to add HTTPS to get rid of that security warning. Back in NonBIOS, I'm asking it to set up SSL/HTTPS. Behind the scenes, certbot is verifying domain ownership, communicating with Let's Encrypt's certificate authority, generating cryptographic keys, and installing the certificate. This is the same process you'd do manually, but NonBioS is handling all the complexity. Look at this completion summary. SSL, certificate obtained. Let's verify. Opening the site. And there it is. Look at that green padlock in the address bar. The URL shows HTTPS: nonbios-health-tracker.xyz. The health tracker loads perfectly. This is ready to share with users and get that first level of feedback. Over the course of this series, we'll progressively add features to this health tracker. Drop a comment below and tell me, what feature should we add to this health tracker next?